You got to realize that there's pretty much nothing in this life that you can't do. There's nothing in this life that is extremely exclusive to certain people. There's nothing in this life that you cannot get your hands on. And once you realize that you can truly do anything, you can be anybody, you can see any place, you can work whatever job, you can live in whatever place, you can do all these amazing things, you kind of realize that you can do anything. And it's true, and you need to expose yourself to new environments in order to realize that's true. For me, that was traveling, that was meeting new people, that was moving to new places, that was coming up with new side hustles or new gigs or new business models or posting new content or connecting with new people. But when you start to put in all this work and you start to realize that there's all these different moving pieces to every single business, there's all these different moving pieces to everybody's lives, there's always different things that go into everything, you realize how much opportunity there truly is. And you also realize that people are not doing as much as they could be doing. I have noticed exponentially over these last couple of months that all the people that I thought were my competition, that all the people that I thought I was in like a race with are nowhere near as close to the level of dedicated to the craft as I am. And it's not like I have a specific craft right now, but it's the craft of getting better. It's the craft of continuing to work towards my dreams and towards my goals. And right now the craft is being an operator. It's learning how to run businesses. It's learning how to put together teams. It's learning how to build content systems. It's learning how to be a leader. And it's definitely hard. It's difficult, but I know that I'm willing to put in the hours. I know that I'm willing to show up relentlessly each and every single day. For example, like right now I'm on vacation. I'm with my family. I'm in the Jersey Shore. And I don't care. I'm still working. I'm still showing up every single day and doing the things that I know I need to do in order to move the needle forward. I'm still setting out goals to achieve for this new month, which is August. It's August 3rd. And I'm getting after it every single day because I know what it is that I want to do. I know where it is that I want to be within a certain amount of time period. And it's like, if you allow yourself to fall into the trap of thinking that you are enough, of thinking that you are okay, of thinking that everything that you have is fine, like, yes, be appreciative of what you have. Be appreciative of the present moment, be appreciative of your family, be appreciative of all of that, be very present, but do not ever get into the trap of thinking that like this is it, because there's so much out there to achieve, there's so much out there to do, there's so much out there to see, to learn, to gather out of this life. Like, if you think about it, they're gonna have generations of families that come after you, of people that come after you, of people that come from you. And like, if I'm gonna be a father and a grandfather and a great grandfather, I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered as the man who set everyone up for life. I want to be remembered as the person who changed the trajectory of the bloodline. I want to be remembered as the person who truly went out of his way to do absolutely every single thing that he could do, and who absolutely took advantage of any opportunity that came into his life. That's the person I want to be remembered as. I don't want to be remembered as the person who just lived a comfortable life, who was a good guy, who you like to go out with, who you like to go to dinners with, who you like to have at your family parties. Like, no, I want to be the person that got shit done. I want to be the person that changed people's lives. I want to be the person that opened up people's lives. I want to be the person that comes into the room and is respected. I want to be the person that shows up and instantly you feel their presence. I want to be the person that can do absolutely anything he sets his mind to. And I want you to do the same, because it's possible. And because a couple of weeks ago actually, I was in a position where I was so lost. I had like $200 to my name. I was working my ass off every single day. I was trying to figure this thing out. I was trying to do all these things, and just nothing was working. And I've been trying to do that for the last couple of years, and nothing was working, and nothing was working. And I kept showing up, and I kept putting in the work, and I kept showing up, and I kept showing up, and I kept showing up. And I kept banging my head against the fucking wall until the wall broke. And then out of nowhere, all these opportunities, all these amazing people, all these things presented themselves to me in all these different ways, in these different manners, in these different fashions. And I sit here at times and I'm like, do I deserve this? And I oftentimes question myself. I'm like, is this for me? Is this right for me? And do I deserve this? And it isn't until I sit back and I realize about how much I've gone through and how hard I've worked and how many hours I've put into this and how many times I've had to completely say no to everything else that everyone was doing and just focus on this one thing. Then I realize I deserve this. I deserve this because I am willing to do whatever it takes in order to get to whatever it is that I want out of my life. I deserve this because I am the person that is willing to go out of his way to do absolutely anything in order to truly set not only myself, but my future family up for a life of success. And people fall into the trap of thinking, oh, you're young. Go out and enjoy your years. Go out and have a good time. Go out and do whatever it is that you're supposed to do. You know, whether that's drink, gamble, go out, smoke, party. Like, there's a time and a place for that stuff. But for the majority of me and my life and my time, I want to spend that building. I want to spend that locked away if I have to be. Like, that's how my college years were spent. My college years were spent sitting in my bedroom behind a computer for hours and hours a day, trying to figure out how to make this shit work. It's like, that's the reality of it. Do I care? No. Am I glad I did that? Yes. Do I feel like I missed out? Like, no. What did I miss out on? I missed out on, like, status games. I missed out on status games. Yeah. I'm so happy. Like, especially what I see in college from an outside perspective of going to college and seeing what all my friends are doing and seeing how people operate. It's like everyone is just trying to be someone. Everyone wants to be known, everyone wants to be seen, everyone wants to be the funny guy, everyone wants to be the guy that everyone knows, the guy that's able to have a good time. No one is willing to be the person that's willing to lock themselves in a fucking room and go crazy over this mission and this goal. Nobody is willing to show up and train jiu-jitsu every single day to work towards a competition, to fucking win a sport that no one gives a fuck about or cares about. But that sport is a representation of me. That sport is a representation of all the hard work and dedication that I've put into myself. That sport is a representation of the man I want to become. Because I know if I could show up and give my absolute all to martial arts and to truly work towards something and to truly set out to achieve a goal, and then I absolutely fucking crush that goal, I know that I can do that in every other aspect of life and every other avenue of life. And the whole thing with martial arts is it goes back to not being okay with being comfortable. I wake up every day and I'm sore and I'm tired and I don't necessarily feel amazing when I'm in preparation for a competition. I don't really want to train, but I go and I train and I feel better afterward. I don't really want to be competing this often. I don't really want to be doing all the things that I'm doing, but I do it because I love it and I know that it's going to make me a better man. And anytime I've leaned into the feeling of not really knowing if I should do something, but knowing that there's a benefit to it, and I've done it anyway. For example, when I moved down to Long Island, I didn't want to move to Long Island. I wanted to stay home for the summer. I wanted to go to my gym that I knew about. I wanted to go to my great Gold's gym. I wanted to go to my good jiu-jitsu gym. I wanted to stay home with my girlfriend. I wanted to save some money. I wanted to be chill. I said, fuck that, dude. I said, fuck that, and I packed up my bags one day on a Sunday, and the next day I was moved out. Like that. No second thoughts, no time to overthink, no time to procrastinate. I got up and I left. Is that selfish? Yeah. Do I care? Yeah. Was it worth it? Probably. Honestly, yeah, it was worth it. Because I did that, and I showed myself, okay, I'm capable of doing anything. Because I just moved out of my hometown at 21 years old. I just got all these new opportunities presented themselves to me because I was willing to take that risk. And it's like when you start to take those risks, it goes back to this book, The Alchemist. It's like when you understand your personal legend, for me right now, I want to be someone that can be a non-figure operator. I want to be someone that builds brands. I want to be something that truly is just about excellence in business. And when you dedicate yourself to that and you don't let anything come in the way of that and you truly prioritize personal excellence, the universe will start to work in your favor. Things will start to align. Places will start to open up. Like opportunities will present themselves to you, and that's the universe helping you. That's the universe guiding you to your ultimate potential. That is God holding a hand out and saying, here, come with me. I'll take you and I'll bring you to where it is that you have to go to. But in order to get to that position right there, you have to be willing to look at God in the hard times. When I was working down in the city and I fucking hated my life and I hated what I was doing and I saw no way out and I had no hope, I would talk to God and I would say, I know why I'm going through this. I know that I'm going through this so that I can become a better person, so that in order to get to where it is that I want to get to, and in order to be able to handle all the stress and all the struggle and all the hard times and all the anxiety that comes with trying to do what I'm trying to do, which is be a non-figure operator, I can handle that. And I did that, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of those days where I would wake up at 4 a.m. and I would take a bus down to the city. I'd be on the bus for 2 hours. I'd be editing videos. I'd be doing outreach. I'd be doing all this stuff, trying to build my coaching business, trying to build my personal brand, trying to make connections with people online. And I would work all day. I would get back on the bus, drive 2 hours back upstate, get off the bus, go straight to jiu-jitsu, train, get home at like 8 or 9, eat dinner, meal prep for the next day, go to bed, wake up at 4 a.m. and do it again. And like that's the type of dedication that I was willing to put into myself, that I was willing to put into my life, that I was willing to commit to in order to get to where it is that I wanted to be. And from an outside perspective, you would have thought I was fucking out of my mind, that I was crazy. What are you doing? Get an easier job. Go work somewhere else. Be a lifeguard. You know, just get a little bit of money and go out and have some fun with your friends. Enjoy your life. Why are you training so much? Why are you posting on social media? Why are you not sleeping? Why are you doing all these things that you don't have to do? Why are you working in the city at 19 years old? Why are you doing this? Why are you spending all your money that you're getting from working in the city on coaches and mentors and programs? What is wrong with you? That's what it took. That's what it took. And maybe I did it the wrong way. Maybe I did it the right way. Maybe I could have done it in better ways. But that's the way I fucking did it. And I own up to that. And if I made mistakes, so what? So be it. I learned from it. And I took those mistakes that I learned and I took them and I applied them to the next venture. And I was like, okay, this is what I got from this. Let me apply this here. Let's do it. And I came across a lot of fake people along the way. A lot of fucking shitty ass coaches that said that they were one thing and they were absolutely not. That's honestly the biggest thing I got out of that, was I realized that half the fucking people that are doing what it is that I'm trying to do aren't about it. More than half the people, probably 90% of the fucking people that are out there on social media trying to sell some shit to you are not about it. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But they're good at sales, they're good at marketing, they're good at making you feel like you're fucking nobody. But you gotta say fuck those people. You gotta make something for yourself. You gotta go your own path. You gotta find the people that you rock with. You gotta find the people that are gonna uplift you. You gotta find the people that are real as fuck. Those people that are real as fuck most likely aren't posting on social media every day. Like, there's gonna be a very small handful of people that are. I wanna be one of those people that's real as fuck and spreads their message and posts on social media and has a massive personal brand. I wanna be those people, one of those people, but they're very rare. They're very, very rare, and they're very hard to distinguish. And you have to be following along their journey for a long time to see if they're actually really about it and if they're actually real as fuck. Because the majority of these people are fake, bro. Like, they want to sell you a dream outcome. They want to sell you a lifestyle. They want to sell you the end goal, right? They don't want to teach you what it is that you have to learn in order to get there. Because, like, honestly, what it is just hard work, dedication, sacrifice, challenges, running your head into a wall. No one wants to hear that, though. Everyone just wants to hear that you can just make money online from doing this shit in a couple months. But, like, that ain't how it works, bro. You gotta have skin in the game. You gotta show up relentlessly each and every single day. You gotta be willing to put your best foot forward each and every single day, no matter what happens, no matter what comes into your life, no matter how many challenges and obstacles you go along, no matter how many things come in your life. You gotta be willing to show up relentlessly each and every single day. You gotta be willing to dedicate yourself. You gotta be willing to sacrifice. You gotta be willing to do whatever it is that it takes in order to get to where it is that you want to be. Because there's no point in half-assing this stuff. There's no point in not going all in. There's no point in not becoming the absolute best possible version of yourself. It's a waste of time if you're not doing that. So do whatever it is that you have to do in order to get to wherever it is that you want to get to, and people will understand eventually. They won't understand right now, and they'll think you're crazy, and they'll think you're stupid, and they'll think that whatever you're doing is just, like, not normal, because it's not. It's not normal, and people are supposed to judge you, and they're supposed to talk shit. But in the end, when you have everything that you've ever wanted and you've achieved that dream life, you'll realize they were the dumb ones all along. They were the crazy ones all along for not chasing their dreams, for not chasing the things that they were passionate about, for not working towards their goals. But you were the one that was right all along, because you were crazy enough to believe that what it is that you were working towards was real.